Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
The 4th annual Travis Griner Memorial Tractor Ride is Saturday, June 29th. Sign-up begins at 6:30 a.m. behind Griner Crop Service, east of Keota Water Tower. Free will donation. Includes lunch and snacks along the ride. Proceeds to area 4-H and FFA fairs. The ride leaves Keota at 7:45 and will be a 60-mile round trip. Sponsored by Southeast Iowa Tractor Association Incorporated. It's the 4th annual Travis Griner Memorial Tractor Ride, Saturday, June 29th. And if you don't have a tractor, come and watch along the route. The Keokuk County Expo Fair Kickoff Barbecue Cook-Off is Saturday, July 13th. $100 per team, up to 4. Deadline to sign up is Friday, June 28th. Cash payout is $350 to first place per category. Meal for the public starts at 5:30 with a free will offering. Be sure to sign up by the entry deadline, June 28th. Stop at the Keokuk County Extension Office to pick up a packet. Proceeds to support the Keokuk County Expo. Sponsored by Keokuk County Farm Bureau. Contemporary Christian artist Leanna Crawford is coming to the Watch Year Opera House in Watch Year, Iowa, Saturday, June 29th at 7 p.m. Doors open up at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $15 plus tax, $20 at the door.
Hey, it's Leanna Crawford, and I am so cheery to be coming to Watch Year, Iowa. It's going to be such a sweet night of music and praising Jesus together, and I cannot wait to see you there.
All proceeds to support the Tri-County Food Pantry. Brought to you by the Watch Year Methodist Church. Ticket information can be found on the Watch Year Methodist Church Facebook page. The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office will host an open house on Thursday, June 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The office has relocated to the first floor to offer easier accessibility. Stop by to meet Michelle Herman, the commissioners, and enjoy a light lunch. The Keokuk County VA Commission is located at the Keokuk County Courthouse in Sigourney, Iowa at 101 South Main. Again, the Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office will host an open house Thursday, June 27th from 11 to 1.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to shepherd!
For the morning wake up here on Steve Shuttler Media. It's brought to us by our good friends at Stam Garden Center and Nursery, right along Highway 92 East, Oskaloosa. And you can experience the color at Stam's, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed on Sundays at Stam Garden Center and Nursery. Our main sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. Of course, we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios, and you can call them to make an appointment at 641-673-4845. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster or Dr. Drawn. They are accepting new patients. They're going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider. Oski Dental at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. Our forecast is up next. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate, and they are located on the east side of the square in Sigourney, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturdays, 9 to noon. And another hot one today. 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the late afternoon. Otherwise sunny today, 92 for the high. Heat index going to feel about 100 today. Southwest winds could gust up to 20 miles per hour. But yeah, just a muggy, hot day today. Showers and storms tonight could produce some heavy rainfall and a low of 68. Tomorrow, a slight lingering chance of some rain in the morning. Otherwise, sunny tomorrow. Not quite as hot, a high of 85. Clear will drop down to 61 tomorrow night. And then Thursday should be a much better day. Mostly sunny and 81 on Thursday. Right now, we do have humidity at 63%. Southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. The barometer at 29.72. And wow, is this correct? It's already 84 degrees here in southeast Iowa. That is uncomfortable for 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So again, 84 degrees already. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Well, and some other stuff we got going on, 6 a.m., weekday mornings, we always give you our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty. Our This or That, well, it definitely feels like beach weather today, the print is so small on this, I can't really tell what do we got. I think it's sandcastles and seashells by the seashore. I think. The font on that is kind of small. So I'm feeling old right now. That's minute to me. I think it's sandcastles and seashells by the seashore. Seashore, sandcastles. Which one would you choose? I don't know. The few times that I've been at the beach, I collect seashells. I don't mind building a sandcastle, though. So either one's good with me. That's your This or That. Just scroll back through your timeline and comment on that. Coming up at noon today, we will put out our question of the day. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. How about this one? Who can still write in cursive? Do they even teach that in school anymore? Cursive handwriting. I never was really a cursive writer myself. I always just kind of stuck with printing. So, yeah. I struggle even to write my name in cursive. It's just like it looks like I'm struggling. Let's put it that way. So who can still write in cursive? Who can write good in cursive? It's kind of a lost art. But let us know. That'll go up at noon today for our question of the day. I do want to point out we put out our weekly top 20 yesterday as far as most engaged followers. And that is for people who hit the like, hit the comment, and hit the shares. Likes, comments, and shares all add up. And I tell you what, I don't keep track of the point totals for our weekly followers, but I tell you what, Alan Sellers may have set the record as far as points goes. What did he score? Well over 3,000. Again, the print is kind of small on my screen. But Alan Sellers, well over the 3,000 point mark. Alan obviously decided that he was wanting to come back and be at number one, and he did so. He basically doubled up on his buddy Bruce Hahn, who is sitting at number 2, and then Bruce Beinhardt at number 3, Dan Adams at number 4, Sherry Westendorf climbing in there at number 5, 6 through 10, Nancy, my wife Stacy, got my racing buddy Curtis, Lacey, and Dave rounding out the top 10. So that's a good top 10. That's a solid top 10. But Alan Sellers blows everybody away. I'm saying he set a record this week as far as points. Congratulations to Alan. And yes, the picture of him is in a cheerleading outfit from back in the 1980s at a boom night in Sigourney. In case you're wondering where that came from, that was from a skit from Boom Night in the 1980s. One of the classic, all-time greatest skits in Boom Night history. Alan Sellers as a cheerleader, our number one most engaged fan. I thank everybody for their likes, comments, and shares. That really keeps things rolling here on Steve Shuttler Media. One of the many ways that you can help me out is by liking, commenting, and sharing. What else we got going on today? Coming up later on this evening, we're going to be going to Oskaloosa. Tuesday night tune-up, TNT. It's Dynamite. TNT going to be broadcasting live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. We're talking racing, local and area racing, hosted by Safe Grafke. We usually have Curtis Vanderwall in attendance. I don't know if Curtis is going to be on tap tonight or not. Hope he is. So tune in tonight. We have our guest Carter Vandenberg lined up for tonight. So tune in. Maybe give Carter Vandenberg Racing page a like and get caught up on him. Carter and tonight, again, Tuesday night tune-up, every Tuesday night during the racing season at 7 o'clock live from Smoky Row. Coming up later on this week, we will have our Iowa Music Showcase. We'll be live at Barn Wired in Sigourney, 11:30 to noon, as we are every Friday. Mike Walsh of Iowa's Mike Walsh Band will be doing a live interview and live music, live original tunes every Friday from 11:30 to noon. Check it out in person or watch it right here on Steve Shuttler Media. Live music and live interview coming up on Friday with our Iowa Music Showcase. And then on Saturday, we go to Brothers Market in Sigourney. I see Rick Landgrebe in the comments this morning. We'll be at Brothers Market, where Rick likes to hang out as the boss. Sports section live from Brothers Market. Mitch Eslick, your summertime host, will be talking Sigourney High School softball. They've got a great team. I tell you what, they are loaded pitching-wise. Carly Goodwin, Josephine Moore, and then I saw Kayla Renner also pitching a perfect game last night. I believe it was a perfect game. It was at least a no-hitter. Might have been perfect. So congratulations to Kayla and the Sigourney Savage softball team as a whole. And, obviously we're focusing on softball. They're going to be our guests this Saturday morning. Sigourney baseball and softball both having great seasons. So, yeah, nice summer to be a Savage fan here in Sigourney country. So those are our shows coming up for this week. Let's take a look at some community calendar events coming up here. Of course, advertising this week and the last couple of weeks here on Steve Shuttler Media is the Travis Greiner Memorial Tractor Ride that comes up on Saturday. So look for the tractors around southeast Iowa. Get signed up for that and take part in that if you would like. Also coming up here in our area, we've got the 4th of July Independence Day celebration. That'll be going on at the Watchier Fairgrounds. Looks like they're going to be kicking things off on Sunday at the fairgrounds, and then on Thursday, July 4th, they'll have all sorts of activities there as well. And then in Sigourney, of course, Sigourney has several days of celebration for the 4th of July. One of those things is the Slow Pitch Tournament, Friday, July 5th at 10 a.m., Legion Park. You can get more information by contacting Sarah Bruns. So lots of things going on in our area. All right, a good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Wake Up, again brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery. Let's see who's in the comments this morning. Bubby was number one. Carson McDonald. Got Tamra, Dan, Dixie, Nancy, Jackie, Cindy, Sandy, Rick. Good morning to everybody, and to those that haven't chimed in the comments, thank you for tuning in and watching along this morning. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate, Nikki Leathers at hometown-re.com. Celebrity and hometown birthdays. Of course, hometown birthdays are local and area birthdays. If you have one of those coming up, whether it be yourself or birthdays of family or friends, let me know. Just email me at steveshuttlermedia@gmail.com. Hometown birthdays for today. We've got Shane Utterback with a birthday. Saw Shane recently. Happy birthday to you. Got Derek Albert with a birthday. See here, we've got Jeff Nisley with a birthday. Dan Flick, one of my old buddies from my radio days, Dan Flick. Allie Tish with a birthday. Donald Bird with a birthday. And Bill Lyles with a birthday. So happy birthday to all of those local and area and hometown birthdays. Celebrity birthdays. We've got Carly Simon, the singer, turning 79. Got Jimmy J.J. Walker, Dynamite, from Good Times. Actor, comedian J.J. Walker, 77. Got baseball player, manager Alejandro Pena, turning 65. Actor Ricky Gervais, 63. Dikembe Mutombo is wagging his finger right now. He's saying, not here, not in my house. He is going to reject you every time. Dikembe Mutombo, 58 years old, from basketball. And then Angela from the TV show The Office is 53. Yes, her real name is Angela. Her TV name was Angela. From accounting in The Office, Angela Kinsey is 53. Those are your celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. All right, on this date in history, it was 1630 on this date. The fork was introduced to America. So what did we do before the fork? It was probably a struggle at times to eat. So 1630 for the fork. It was on this date in 1788, Virginia became our 10th state. It was on this date, 1876, General Custer and his soldiers were wiped out at the Battle of Little Bighorn. It was on this date in 1938, the federal minimum wage was raised to 40 cents an hour. People complain now about what they make. Folks were only making 40 cents an hour back in 1938, and that was a raise. And then 1951, on this date, the very first commercial color telecast took place as CBS transmitted a 1-hour show from New York to 4 other cities. So, first telecast. Now, we're so spoiled. They got their first telecast in 1951, and here we are just on Facebook in color and in pristine 4K HD. It's just crazy how technology has advanced. Today, on the National Day calendar, it's National Strawberry Parfait Day. It's National Catfish Day. I don't like fish. And then it's National Leon Day. I don't know what National Leon Day is exactly. Maybe you know somebody named Leon. You can celebrate them. Before we go any further, let's do check-in once again with our sponsors, and that includes our headliner, Stam Garden Center and Nursery.
Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
If you like red, white, and blue from Tassel Ridge Winery, but prefer sweet white wines, try our Star Spangled White. Star Spangled White is a sweet white wine made entirely from Edelweiss grapes grown right at the winery. It offers aromas of pineapple and hints of mandarin orange, pear, and pineapple on the palate. Chill a bottle of Star Spangled White and sip it while you watch the sunset. While Star Spangled White is an excellent sipping wine, it can also be used as an important ingredient in Star Spangled White cake. Check the QR code for the recipe. Tassel Ridge Star Spangled White wine is available at about 400 retail outlets located all over Iowa. Look for the displays of Tassel Ridge wines where you shop. If the store doesn't offer Star Spangled White, ask the manager to get it for you. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check out our website at tasselridge.com.
Yes, indeed. We do thank our fine sponsors like Tassel Ridge Winery and, of course, our headliner, Stam Garden Center and Nursery. And we come to you from the Oski Dental Studios. Hey, before we go any further, I do want to remind you, if you haven't seen it and you're a local racing fan, I am doing a giveaway for a 4-pack of tickets for the Southern Iowa Speedway. So if you didn't see that, I put that up at about 9:30 last night. We were sitting there watching TV. We were watching a little Kung Fu Panda last night in the Shetler household. It got to be about 9:30, and I was like, oh, I got to do a giveaway. So I put up the giveaway, the picture of the 4 tickets, the 4-pack of tickets for the Southern Iowa Speedway. Make sure you like and share that and get yourself in the running for the 4-pack of racing tickets. I'll be drawing my winner at the Tuesday night tune-up coming up tonight. Let's go ahead and do some things you need to know. Oh, things you need to know. Oh, yeah. Some things you need to know. Let's see here. Kevin Costner. I thought we already knew this, but evidently we need to be reminded. Kevin Costner has confirmed that he will not be returning to Yellowstone. I think I saw and read that the new series, the new season is coming out in November, but no Kevin Costner for Yellowstone. No Kevin Costner for you. Mindy Kaling from The Office has quietly welcomed in baby number 3, a daughter, earlier this year. So congratulations to Mindy. Other stuff. Marissa Tejo, I believe is how you say her name. Marissa Tejo joined other contestants competing in the Miss Texas USA pageant this past weekend in Houston. What made her stand out from all the others, you may have seen this making the rounds on social media, is that Marissa is 71 years old. The Miss Universe organization recently changed its rules to be more inclusive. Of course they did. Because everybody can do anything and all that stuff. They recently changed. They want to be more inclusive by removing age limits for contestants over 18 and allowing women who are married, divorced, or pregnant. So again, 71-year-old competing for Miss Texas. Let's see here. If you want to get a hold of Woody Harrelson, you're going to have to do it other than by phone call or text or other means of a cell phone, because Woody says that he has not owned a cell phone in 3 years. How does his agent get a hold of him? A carrier pigeon is zoned in on Woody Harrelson, evidently. No cell phone for 3 years. Other stuff. Prince William spent his 42nd birthday hanging out with Taylor Swift in London at her concert this past Friday. Took kids Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Saturday night, you would have seen the likes of Tom Cruise, Liam Hemsworth, Rachel Zegler, Hugh Grant, Ashton Kutcher, and more in the crowd. On Sunday night, Taylor brought her boyfriend, Taylor Kelsey, out on stage. He was one of her dancers, I believe. She's done there in London until she returns for 5 more shows in August. So Taylor Swift with a star-studded audience over in London. Meanwhile, Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters, one of the great rock and roll bands, Dave Grohl has angered Taylor Swift fans, Swifties, by implying that some of Taylor's performances are pre-recorded. I think he was saying something to the effect that she calls her tour the Eras Tour, and he was jokingly saying that the Foo Fighters should call their tour the Errors Tour because they play live. So I don't know. I don't know if some of Taylor Swift's band members aren't playing or what's going on there. But Dave Grohl with a jab at Taylor Swift. Maybe and now Dave Grohl will probably get a song written about him by Taylor Swift. Maybe they can reconcile and go on tour together. That'd be something. Amazon, in things you need to know, Amazon is said to be working on a new version of Alexa called Remarkable Alexa that would include a conversational generative AI with 2 tiers of service. Would cost $5 a month. So evidently they want you to pay $5 so you can have a conversation with Alexa. No thanks. Meanwhile, Apple says that the rumor going around that they're going to start charging to use FaceTime is false. Those rumors are false. How about this? A new Spider-Man is in the works. Of course, there is. There's always going to be a Spider-Man. There's always going to be a Superman. Blah, blah, blah. Sony says they're going to be casting a new actor to step into that role. Why? What did that little kid guy, that little child man that they had acting as Spider-Man, is he too old now or something? Let's see here. Still in the rumor stage, there are some serious talks about another Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon 5. Why? Who wants to see that? If anybody wants to see a Lethal Weapon 5, raise your hand. I'm not seeing anybody raise their hand. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover appear to be on board. Of course they are. They want a payday. But they're trying to come up with a script for Lethal Weapon 5. Just don't. Yeah, just don't. Just forget about it. And then Will Smith is going to be performing a new original song at the BET Awards, which will air live on the network on Sunday night. So Will Smith, new music from him. Let's do this. Today's Impossible Question. Today's Impossible Question. Yesterday, the Impossible Question said that 90% of Americans buy a pie every week. I still think that is completely bogus. There's no way that 90% of people buy pie every week. And I think this one's wrong, too. So I'm discrediting my question before I even ask it. They say 57% of us say we like to grill these in the summertime. What is it? What do you think? Good morning to you, Sherry, Chad, Pat. Glad to have you guys on board this morning. We had burgers. My wife is the grill master in the house. I don't do anything cooking wise. I had Fruit Loops this morning. That's about as complicated as it gets for my cooking. So Stacy grilled up some burgers, had some corn on the cob last night. It was delicious. But let's see here. 57% of us say we like to grill these in the summertime. What is it? It is hot dogs. And I'm saying there's a lot more than 57% of us that say we like to grill these in the summertime. I mean, everybody grills hot dogs. It's like 100%. It's 110% of us like to grill these in the summertime. But according to this, it's 57. It's wrong. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In the weird. I could see myself doing this. I had a treadmill incident years ago that was caught on tape that I should share with you at some point. But a young woman has died in a freak accident during her workout at a gym in Indonesia. The incident happened at about 1 p.m. local time on Tuesday when the 22-year-old woman stumbled backwards off a treadmill and plunged to her death from the third floor window behind her. So again, she was on a treadmill. There was an open window behind her. She stumbled, fell backwards, and went out the window and died. Wow. Of course, an investigation is underway. Let's go out to San Francisco. A 3-bedroom home in San Francisco's Russian Hill neighborhood is up for sale for a steal. Just $500,000. Evidently, that's a good price in this neighborhood. But there is a catch, as you may not be able to move in for 30 years. So you have to buy it now for $500,000, but you can't move in for 30 years. It's a one-of-a-kind listing that drew a long line of prospective buyers last week. Now, the price tag definitely raising some eyebrows. It's an 1,100 square foot home at 30 Northview Court in San Francisco. They say the listing posted on Zillow says the home is tenant occupied and to be sold as is. Now, the buyer won't be able to move in until 2053. Let's see here. According to the listing, the current tenant will continue to live there and pay the same amount of rent every month. which the current tenant only pays $417 a month for rent for this place. So it's confusing. But you can buy it. You just can't move in for 30 more years. I don't know why you would do that exactly. Tyler says, "What? You have a small child and you grill." Okay. Yeah, 100% on the hot dogs. Okay, other stuff in the weird today. We all know that politicians lie. I mean, even the person that you support as a politician is lying to you. They're not going to do even a tenth of what they say that they're going to do. We all know that. But Wales, I didn't realize Wales is a country, but Wales is considering implementing criminal sanctions in public on public servants who tell falsehoods. And if it does so, it would be the first nation to criminalize the act of lying as an elected official. So again, Wales considering outlawing lying politicians. I'm all for it. Let's go back to the olden times where they hang you for treason or for lying. A lying politician. That could be illegal in Wales. Let's see here. If I can get my fingers working and can get my papers pulled apart here, we will move on to the next story. Do I have any more weird left? I think I don't. In fact, we're through the weird. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In the disorder, how about naked people at McDonald's throwing bricks? It's a thing. Employees at a McDonald's told police that a naked woman jumped out of a car and threw 2 bricks through the restaurant's windows before speeding off. According to an Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department report, officers were called to the McDonald's location around noon on Friday on a report of vandalism. Now, the damage to the restaurant's windows is estimated to be $15,000. Now, after throwing the bricks, the suspect reportedly jumped back in their white car, which drove away from the fast food chain. Police did not have a detailed description of the vehicle that the suspect fled away in. Employees seemed to be distracted by the fact that she was naked, committing the act in the middle of the day. So a naked woman throwing bricks through a McDonald's window in Indianapolis. That's weird. There's another pretty good law and disorder story today, and that is porch pirates are fighting each other now. This is where are we at? Police investigating a bizarre package theft that happened Wednesday in Philadelphia. How would you like to be like a UPS or an Amazon driver that has to deliver packages in big cities? It sounds like basically thieves and criminals are kind of stalking the delivery trucks and just waiting for them to put the packages on the front porch. Because there were 2 separate men in Philadelphia waiting to be a porch pirate. The driver put the porch down on the porch, and basically within seconds, 2 different men from 2 different vehicles had jumped out and were fighting over the package. Only one of them got away with it. The other one had picked up a potted plant to defend himself, while the other one rushed off with the package. So, yeah. Fighting porch pirates. Put them in the cage of death and let them fight it out over the contents. Let's do some good news, shall we? Let's do something that'll make you smile.
Something that makes you smile.
And something that will make you smile, which is, of course, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. And do keep in mind, they are moving. They're heading across the square to 115 South Jefferson in Sigourney. It's the former Sigourney Smiles building, and they're going to be open by mid-July. Give them a call. They're accepting new patients. Something that will make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. How about golfing with llama caddies? I have a picture to share on this. Take a look at that. How would you like to golf if you're into golfing and having llamas as caddies who carry your clubs and your stuff without complaint? That is going on. It's a hot thing in North Carolina. Tourism and recreational activities involving llamas have been on the upswing. Llama lovers attend competitive llama shows and invite llamas to visit schools, libraries, and nursing homes. You can go hiking with your own llama, and the pack-bearing animal may even carry your gear and your beer. And at the Sherwood Forest Golf Club on Facebook, they put that picture up. So if you want to golf with llamas, that is a thing. Again, that's in North Carolina. Something to make you smile. Maybe that could be a vacation destination for you, so you can let the llamas carry around your golfing stuff. Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions, Dr. Stacy Freeze. We'll put that story in its entirety up at 7:45 this morning on the Steve Shuttler Media Facebook page. Let's wrap this up with some duh. In some duh. Is it pronounced Delhi? Delhi? I know, like New Delhi. Delhi. It looks like Delhi. It's just weird just to say the word Delhi. Delhi. Anyway, I'm just saying Delhi. Delhi, it faces a severe water crisis, and protests in social media are abuzz. Now, in some cruel irony, the Delhi police used water cannons to disperse workers protesting water shortage. So you have protesters that are angry about water shortage in Delhi, and the officers used water cannons with water, of course, that they are short of, to disperse the protesters. So let's see here. They're releasing $100 million gallons less water than required, affecting the nearly 3 million people in Delhi. So it's ironic, don't you think? That is some duh here on the Morning Wake Up, brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery. Let's take one last look at our forecast before we get out of here. For today, our weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Chance of some showers and thunderstorms coming up late this afternoon into tonight. Usually like 4 to 5 o'clock is usually kind of the sweet spot as far as when storms break out here in southeast Iowa. So we'll see if that happens. Otherwise, mostly sunny today. Uncomfortable. A high of 92. Heat index going to feel about 100. Showers and storms tonight. Possibly some heavy rain. A low of 68. And maybe a slight chance of some lingering stuff tomorrow morning. But sunny and hot today. Again, we do thank Stam Garden Center and Nursery for being our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. You can experience the color at Stam's right along Highway 92 east of Oskaloosa. And, of course, we thank Oski Dental. They sponsor the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a call at 641-673-4845. Oski Dental, a big supporter of Steve Shuttler Media. All right, coming up here later on today, of course, here shortly, we'll join in with In Remembrance Of at 8 a.m. Make sure you tune in for that. What's happening in Southeast Iowa? Our community calendar video goes up at noon today. It features so much stuff. If you want to know what's going on in this area, you got to watch the What's Happening video. I think it kind of gets overlooked. But, man, it has a bunch of information jam-packed into that video. So make sure you watch that. That goes up at noon today. Let's see here. Successful Farming goes up at 5:30 this evening. We'll have the Brain Rewired with Iva Bontrager coaching at 6. And maybe some Be the Light at 6:30. Plus Tuesday night tune-up racing coming up tonight at 7. Otherwise, you guys stay cool if you can. Stay in the air conditioning if possible. And otherwise, we'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.